Hey friends, I hope everybody is having a great Sunday afternoon. Autumn and I want to share something with you. In our life, what we try to do is we serve God with everything that we have. We go after God, believe just every prophetic word, every prophetic promise, and we want to live our best life with the Lord.
I hope you're having a great day. I don't know about you, but it's beautiful outside. It's a beautiful fall day, and I'm just excited to be alive. Is there anybody who's watching today that maybe will say, I'm happy to be alive? If you are, maybe put a 1 in our chat so we know that you're listening, but we just want you to know that we have decided to live our best life, and we want to talk to you a little bit about that today. Our lives are supposed to be, our lives are a vapor, so we get this one opportunity to make the best of it. And I don't know about you, but I want to live my life healthy and whole and strong in my spirit, my soul, and my body. So Joe and I made some decisions about a couple of months ago, and it changed a whole lot for us. It changed not only our physical appearance, but it changed some other things. And we want to talk to you about that today.
At the end of last year, I had a surgery, not to be too graphic, but they cut me from hip to hip. And I recuperated, but what happened was on my right side, where the cuts were, I'm 45, y'all, I had a little bit of extra weight. And because it was a pressure, just a little, there was some pressure, I called one of my mentors, Pat Schatzline, and asked him about Optavia. It's a health program. So I got on Optavia, and he was laughing at me, and I said, I need to lose about 10 pounds. He said, I'll help you lose about 20. So I jumped on, and within 3 days, I'd already made the decision I wanted to coach because I love helping people, but within 3 days, I was sold on it. And within 5 days, Autumn said she was jumping on. And what happened is I dropped 19 pounds in 2 weeks. Now, people say, Joe, why are you a health coach? I mean, y'all got so much ministry going. You have a church, a network, y'all are authors, y'all travel. If you could understand the way that we feel physically, you would be telling everybody about it. Because throughout Scripture, it talks about the spirit, soul, and the body. But in the church, we want to talk about your spirit and your soul because that's what people can't see. But what they can see is the body. And how you do anything
is how you do everything.
Go on, Mama.
Well, Joe, to be honest with you, he wanted to lose a little bit of weight because he was having some pain around that area. And I was a little bit skeptical. I thought, okay, we'll see if he'll lose this weight or not. And so I just kind of watched him. And I watched him go from a place of pain to a place of power. And that changed so much for him just by losing some weight. And it was amazing to see that this program is so much more than weight loss. It affects so many other areas of our life because we want our bodies to be healthy. So I decided I'm going to try this to see if it would work for me. And so probably about a month after you decided to get on the program, I decided I'm going to try it too. I thought, I just want to lose about 10 pounds. Well, I've lost 14 pounds so far. And it's so exciting to see that I'm sleeping better, that I have more energy during the day. It's almost like, guys, I turned 41 last year. Don't tell anybody that I'm telling y'all my age. But I did, and it's just like my metabolism. I felt like it was a little bit stuck. I was having to kind of pull myself together, and I always thought that I would have to go to the gym for an hour and a half every day in order to change my body. But getting on this program has shown me so many other things that I'm capable of doing that I didn't even realize. That I can lose weight in the kitchen and I can build my body in the gym. And it's just neat to see the healthy habits that I've learned during this journey. And Joe and I loved it so much that we decided it's kind of like if you find a treasure and you only keep it for yourself, then it's a pretty selfish thing. But when you find something that works and that transforms your own life, you want everyone to know. So you guys are our friends on Facebook. You're watching us for a reason, and we want to share with you a little bit about this treasure that we have found in this program.
Hey, tell them what size jeans you bought me today.
I bought him a size 32 jeans today. He has never we have almost been married 20 years, and I have never ever bought him a size 32 pants before, but I did today.
Boom. And they ain't even tight. I love it. So let's get into this. The reason that we became coaches is like Autumn said, I lost 19 pounds 2 weeks, went on a vacation, stayed pretty good, pretty faithful to the plan. And then the next week came back and I dropped 7 more, so a little bit over 25 pounds in the first month. But here's one of the main reasons I did it. We're a volleyball family. My 2 daughters love volleyball, and I used to play competitively when I was younger. Well, last year, I couldn't even get in the backyard and play with them. And I was just sitting on the back porch watching them, and I would see them, needing a little correction in their form, their serve, whatever. And I was like, I got to get back out there because I know how to play. And I can teach them and show them. And we have so much fun almost every afternoon in the backyard, which is now a volleyball court. And our whole family gets out there. Ezra's the ball boy. And we're just playing, and I'm taking my life back. And that's the reason that we became coaches, because we want to help other people. I had a gentleman jump on last week. He lost 9 pounds his first 3 days. On the 4th morning, when he texted me, he said, my life has changed. He said, I've lost weight, gained energy, and now I can go throughout my day, and I'm doing the things that I know I'm supposed to do for the kingdom of God at a better capacity. We've got another guy, he lost 40 pounds his first 6 weeks. And one of my personal intercessors, she lost 90 pounds, and she got off diabetes medicine, she got off high blood pressure medicine, she got off arthritis medicine in her first month. And so her life is radically changed. And so the reason that we became coaches is because, like I said earlier, we've ministered to people in their spirit, their soul, and now we're going to minister to people in their body. And I want to tell you a little bit about the history of this company. The program that we're in is called Optavia, and I love it. The parent company is Medifast. It's traded on the New York Stock Exchange. It's rated A+ on Bloomberg's, and the history of it is about 38 years ago when it was formed. What it was created for was somebody went to a doctor and had to have a procedure, and the doctor said, hey, you got to lose 50 pounds before I'll operate on you. They would get on Medifast, and they would, in a healthy way, drop weight quick, so they were able to have the procedure. Then Optavia came in as a company that was for the general public, and it has independent salespeople, independent coaches. And so as a coach, I love it. You may want to do the program. If you do, lean into it. Send us a private message, and you may even want to coach. And if you want to coach, talk to me about that. We love helping people to help others.
Yes, absolutely. And one of the great things about this program is it's not just a lose weight program. There are actually 4 pillars to the program, and I want to talk to you a little bit about that. The first pillar is you get a coach. And one of my favorite things about this is coaching others. I love getting into people's lives and encouraging them that you are not alone in this. Do you know that 80% of people who begin a weight loss program, if they don't have a coach, then they won't continue the program? And that's one of the best things about this program is that Joe and I get to be in your corner. We get to be invested in this transformation, and we have phone calls, and we do all kinds of training and things like that, so you're not alone in this. And that accountability is what you need in order to have transformation. And so one of the best things about this program is the coach that's in your corner. The second thing is the community. I love the community. There's something about people just all being on the same page, doing the same thing, and it builds this camaraderie where we're cheering for one another. We have this great community online, so people all over the world who are taking back their health are cheering for each other. I mean, we are seeing, I hit my goal of 50 pounds this week, and you just see all of this community come together and celebrate them, and we get neat recipes and tips and things like that from one another. So the community aspect is amazing. And the third thing about it are the habits of health. And I love that because this program doesn't just lead you on a wild goose chase. It takes you down a road where you can actually have transformation in your life. These are some of the things that it does. It teaches you about your healthy habits, about eating a small amount of meals several times during the day, about getting water and the right amount of protein. It teaches you all about the habits that you need in order to have a healthy life. And those are some of the greatest things about the program is we don't want to leave you hanging out there. We want to teach you how to make this sustainable for the rest of your life. And that's a beautiful thing about the program. And the last thing is the food. And I don't know about you, but I was a little skeptical about the food, but I really love the food. Do you like the food?
I love it.
I love the food, yes. And we call the food fuelings. And so you get the first month on the plan, you get a kit, and with the kit, the company sends you 5 extra boxes the very first time you order, which is so amazing. And the food is incredible. And so you want to tell them about the 5-in-1?
Yeah, it's very simple. Actually, this program is so simple and it's so easy to follow. They have a plan called On the Go, and I said, I'm in. And what it is they have shakes, they have bars, and they have some different snack type food. And I said, wait a minute, did you say bars? But because I just love eating bars. And so what I do is I'll grab me 5 bars a day and hit the door. And when I go out to the office, I'm gone. And so if you think about it, after you eat breakfast, first thing you think about usually is what are you going to have for lunch. You leave your office, you go. So it's just not, it's easy and convenient. I have found out by doing this program, I give myself about 90 extra minutes a day to what I'm called to do. Now, my wife and I, we got numerous ministries. We have numerous businesses. So I'm always busy. I'm always doing something. I'm always working. So on this, when you eat every 2.5 hours, and so the thing is, you don't eat until you're full. You eat until you're not hungry. Therefore, you're not hurting yourself. And if I ever kind of get a little bit hungry, I look at my watch. It's 2.5 hours. I grab one of these bars. Phenomenal. Eat one. Keep going on my way. And the thing is, you lose rapid weight. You gain radical energy. And you're even focused more in your mind. But the 5-in-1 is so simple. You eat one meal that you prepare a day until you hit the weight that you want. Then you can pull back and eat 2 meals a day and then 4 of these fillings. And when you start doing this, it takes the guesswork out of where do you want to go to lunch? What do you want to do? And you can focus on what is important in life. You know what's important in life? God's plan for my life, my wife, my kids. But how much time do we spend around the idol of food, talking about where we're going to eat, what are we going to do? Because as believers, the thing is, we don't go to the club, we don't go to the casino, but all we do is talk about where we're going to go eat. But it's time that we start talking about the things of the kingdom and how to make a bigger impact on the kingdom.
And the last thing, so you get 5 meals from the company, and the one meal is the meal that you get to prepare. And that's the lean and green meal. And that is something that I absolutely love. We save our lean and green to have a family meal together. And I love that. But you can have your lean and green for lunch if you would like to. So what I decided to do was that was my opportunity to learn how to cook food that was good, lean protein, and the company gives you a step-by-step information so that you can learn how to cook a healthy meal for your family. Because you know what? Your kids are probably going to end up cooking like you cook. Mm-hmm. They're going to want to make the things that mama made for them growing up. Well, you know what? I want to set a lifestyle for my children that they don't have to deal with obesity. I want to set a lifestyle for my children that they don't have to deal with the things that people deal with when they're overweight. A lot of the pre-diabetes and different things that go on in family lines are because of habits that they've made. And I'm determined to make some transformational habits for my children. And so the lean and green meal is an incredible meal that I make for our family in the afternoon. So we have our family meal together, and we love that. And also the plan really encourages you. One of the other habits of health is drinking water, hydrating. And Joe loves water, so I'll let you talk about it.
I do. I tell you, when I was younger, I dehydrated one time, and I promised God if He got me through that, I would never be dehydrated again, and I have been true to my word to the Lord. But what it is past noon every day, they encourage you to cut your tea, cut your sodas, cut your coffee in half. And one reason is to get more water in. Water is the body's lubrication. And so you need to drink about half your body weight in ounces of water. I have no problem. I drink 2 64-ounce, those big jugs of water. I take them every day. And when I come home, I usually drink one. So I get plenty of water in. It radically changes your life when you do that. Another thing I want to talk about is sleep. Right before I got on this program, my mentor, Pat Schatzline, he said, Joe, how do you sleep? I said, man, I sleep 5 to 6 hours a night. I take 1 to 2 Benadryl a night, and I wake up 2 to 5 times a night. He started laughing. I'm like, why are you laughing? He said, your third night, you'll sleep 7 hours straight through. I'm like, there's no way. And my third night, I slept 7 hours straight through, no sleep aid. Just radically changed my life. And so the thing about it is there's nights that I'll sleep 7 hours, I'll sleep 8 hours with no sleep aid at all. Why is that? Because when your body gets in like those clean fuelings, when they get into a routine of the same amount, your whole body it processes better, it processes differently, and all of a sudden you realize something, that I'm getting into my life, I'm going to live my best life, I am producing the best version of me, because I'm going to reach everything in the kingdom that God has for me. And when you rest well, your next day is well. You know, I like coffee as much as anybody, but since I've started this, I'm trying to cut back my coffee. Why? Because I don't have to have it. But I like it, and I have some, but I don't have to have the amount that I used to, because I'm sleeping better. And if you want to say, I like this, but watch the cost. When we got on this, I actually saved money, because I used to eat a lot. The cost is about $14 a day, but sometimes you'll find somebody who's doing scholarships. They're doing sponsors. Like
Guess
right
what? We're doing scholarships.
Right now, we have it that you can jump on, and for $10 to $11 a day, you can do it for your first month. And you can jump on, and I mean, think about it. Now, where my office is, there's a place called, it's a good chicken joint, and then there's a Starbucks by it. And so when I go, my meal's $9.49 and my coffee's $3. Just by doing that, by doing this, I save $2 a day just on lunch. And that's 5 meals. This actually can save money. And this is what people say. Well, I don't know if I can't do that. Well, you're not going to change. You got to figure out what is important in your life. And whatever is important in your life is what you're going to invest in. You got to find out what is your why. Why do you want to be healthy? Why do you want to get your life together? Is it for your kids? Is it for your grandkids? Is it for work? Is it because you've got a lot of dreams inside of you that you want to do? And so the cost, it's not that expensive. Right now, we are offering something. It's about $10 to $11 a day. Lean into us. Send us a direct message. Send us a message. Ask us about it. And like I said, coaching. Now, I love winning in life. That's why I love doing what I do. But watching other people win is so rewarding. I love hearing stories of people that are coaches that are running with us, that tell me stories about people that they have helped to take their life back. And I love when people call me and said, you gave me my life back. It's just a very rewarding feeling.
Absolutely. And we're sharing this with you today because we care about you. We care about you living your life, running your race, and finishing it strong. And most people, I'm just going to be honest with you, they don't finish their race strong. They wear their bodies out. And we've done that. As Americans, we are Americans. You may be watching this from somewhere else, but a lot of times people wear their bodies out by the way that they treat it. And so this program is incredible to teach you good habits, to get you in communication with people who are in your corner, to get you the appropriate food and teach you these habits that incredibly change your life. And this is not a transactional thing. This is a transformational thing. And so Joe and I would love to coach you. We would love to be on this journey with you. We would love to see you live your best life. Some of you have been the same year after year after year. And today, we want to be an agent of change in your life. We want to be a help to you. And you may think, I don't know if I can do it. Guess what? We believe you can do it. We've seen too many people who the odds were stacked against them, and they have overcome. They have decided to tell themselves, I am worth this investment. I have lived like this for this long, and now I'm ready to shift and make a change in my life. And so this is what we want you to do. If this has spoken to you and you want to know more about this program, we want to talk to you personally. We want to do a health assessment for you. Some of you just kind of need to have an assessment of where you are in your life with your body, and we would love to help you with that. So if you're listening to us and this interests you, we encourage you, direct message us, and let's get on a phone call together and figure out how we can help you get on this wonderful program and transform your life.
All right. Bless you guys, and remember, God's got amazing things for you. Go after it.
Yes.